Hi, this is Angeline Hart and my husband Dixon Schwenk, and this is our daily love tips for you. And we just got back from church, and in fact, you can see us here in our little coordinated outfits. I don't know if you can tell that my blouse and his tie match. There we go.
Matching tie here.
Yes, because we like to coordinate
Tie
because we are a team. But the message today at church was about hope. And it made me think about what I would like to share with you as a message of hope for you. There are many of you who are listening to this who have been betrayed in your relationship at some point, or you may be a person who has done the betrayal of the relationship. And I actually want to talk to both of you. And the message that I want to give you today is about hope, that when you learn the skills, the relationship skills, and there are a lot of them, when you learn them and practice them, you can avoid being betrayed or being a betrayer to your relationship. So I want to talk specifically about infidelity, which is the one that most of us think of when we
think about betrayal.
When we think about betrayal, we think of infidelity, although there are a lot of other ways of betraying a relationship. But I want to talk about that one today. And there's two particular ways of that fidelity happens, I'm going to say. And the first one... Infidelity, thank you. If those of you who have been following me for a while know that I follow John Gottman's teachings, and he describes infidelity as usually occurring in a relationship in which the two people have moved apart from each other. They've created distance between them. They're not really relating to each other anymore. They're not feeling close. They're not feeling connected. And this distance that gets created between them opens up a space that allows one or the other to feel lonely, disconnected, and maybe even they don't think about it consciously, but subconsciously justified in finding some attention from someone else outside the relationship. Now, when Dixon and I were discussing this earlier, he pointed out to me that sometimes people will even create distance because they're uncomfortable about the relationship in some way, maybe because they're feeling too close and they're therefore feeling vulnerable in some way, and so they may create distance by being critical.
Yeah.
By pushing the other person away. Now, prior to us being married, Dixon was a bachelor for 17 years.
Yes.
And he has told me, and it's okay with me to share this with you, that during those years he was with a lot of different women, and that he betrayed many of them in different ways, sometimes with infidelity, sometimes other things.
Well, what I wanted to talk about was just the conflict that I was unconscious. I was not conscious of this at the time, but I created conflict in the relationship deliberately at the time because I wanted the distance, because I wasn't comfortable with how close and vulnerable I was feeling. And once I had created the distance, I was able to blame this person who I was with, the partner I was with, for that distance, and so seek attention from other women. And that was a repeated pattern for me for quite a while, because I wasn't conscious of the fact that I was motivated to create distance, and I had no real motivation at the time to close the distance and have the type of connection that Angelina and I have.
So the two specific different kinds of issues that I want to talk about are, one, a couple grows apart because they're not doing the things that help build a relationship, like being open and communicating, and they're not having date nights and being considerate of each other and those kinds of things that build the relationship, so they grow apart. And the other one is when people are actually getting too close and one of the other partners feels too vulnerable and then creates distance.
Right.
So there's two different things. But the hope that I want to give you is this: if you truly understand relationships and you understand the different things that happen within a relationship and how to work with them, you can see the signs of it coming up. You can see, oh, we're getting distant. Dixon will sometimes say to me, we've been married now 25 years, and we have a fabulous relationship, and there has not been any kind of, even a hint of infidelity, betrayal in our relationship. And I want you to know that Dixon, who has had issues with getting too close in the past and feeling too vulnerable, has sometimes said to me, sweetheart, it seems like we're a little distant lately. It seems like we're not really talking. We need to get together. So he points it out because he can feel that happening. On my side, I'm very, very aware of communications. And so if there's something that comes up in our communications, like maybe he says something that kind of, I feel a little hurt by something he said. And I'll say to him, what was going on, when that came up? Because red flags for me are if there's negativity happening in a relationship. So the bottom line of what I'm trying to say to you is it's truly possible for you to learn the relationship skills. And there are, as I said before, there are a lot of them, like learning how to set and manage boundaries, learning how to build trust, and who it's healthy to trust, and some communication skills. There's a lot of those skills which Dixon and I teach to our clients. But the main message I want you to have is that betrayal isn't just a random crazy thing that happens that you can't protect yourself from.
That's right.
You can protect yourself. You can build a relationship, a solid relationship, a loving, a long-term relationship. And you can do it by learning the relationship skills to be able to be aware of when there's problems coming up. You'll see those red flags at a distance. You'll know ahead of time, and you'll be able to deal with them. And if some of you are in this situation now, that you're in a relationship where some type of betrayal has happened, we can help you work through that. If the two people want to work together.
It's really important.
Yes, if both people want to work together, we can help you work through that. And if you're a person who has been betrayed in the past and now you're nervous and afraid of getting into a relationship, or you've been a betrayer in the past, maybe because you needed to create distance like Dixon used to do prior to us being married, if you sincerely want to be able to build a long-term loving relationship, we can help you do that.
You can do it.
Yes, you can do it. It can be done. And there are many different levels on which we'd be able to, and happy to help you be able to have that joy in your life. It's our mission to be able to improve the world one relationship at a time. So you can send us a message. You can write an email to Angeline@GorillaLove.com, or you can PM me, Angeline M. Hart. You can find me on Facebook, and we will respond to you. We want to be able to help you. We want you to have the happiness that we have and that we have experienced.
And I see Brad Nielsen has been watching our little tape here, and I would like to say hello to Brad. Brad, I love you, man. It's great to know that you're there, keeping track of us.
Ellen Light, hi, nice to see you too. Angie McDonald, nice to see you. It's great. It's a beautiful day here in San Diego. The airplane flying overhead, but we love you all. We truly want to help you. So here's to your relationship mastery.